VICOR is known for the modular solutions for power systems, and we have with us Mr. Andy Gales. He is Vice President Sales International. So we'll talk about the product he has launched here in Electronica and Productronica. Sir, can you introduce the product right now?
Certainly. As you say, VICOR is known for high technology and it's a chip. It's a split-spark boost solution, which takes a wide voltage input, typically either 24 volts or 48 volts, and converts it, boosts it up to 48 volts, or if you've got a 48 volt rail, we'll reduce it down to 24. So it's ideal for 4 volt rail. Or if you've got a 48 volt rail and you have a power amplifier, it can buck the voltage down. And it's one of a family of products introduced last very high efficiency and very small size to the customer. So customers appreciate it because it provides a very compact solution.
So can we have more information on that product?
Yes, the specification is typically we have two variants of the product. We either have a 21 to 60 volt input with an output of 21 to 36 volts, or we have the same input going to 36 to 54 volts. So it depends whether you want to buck a voltage from 48 volts down to 24, or whether you want to go in at 24 and come out at 48. So we can do both with two different variants of the same product.
So when you talk about the product, so what are the applications of these products? Can you elaborate on that further?
Certainly. One of the key markets we see for this is the LED market, where typically people run strings of 12 or 15 LEDs in series and need 48 volts to drive that string. Typically 48 volts is not a voltage that's available within the equipment. If it's a PC, you might have 5 and 12 and 24, but very rarely have you got 48. So this enables an auxiliary rail to be generated from an existing 24 volt rail. Similarly, it can be used to drive stepper motors. Stepper motors typically, to get a lot of torque, need a high input, a high voltage. 48 volts is ideal for driving stepper motors, and this chip will enable you to run a 48 volt rail from a system that doesn't have a 48 volts already.
So apart from the LED and the motor, so what other application do you have for the chip?
We expect it to be used in general industrial applications, so for driving relays and power amplifiers and wireless systems. So it's a general purpose chip that can be used in a lot of different applications where you may not have the right rail available in your system today.
So, what is the probable market that you have here in India for all the application areas together?
In dollar value, I think the market is very big for the product. The LED market is a blossoming market in India, and I think there's a whole hall at Electronica that's devoted to LEDs. So we see a very big market product in the Indian market, and we expect a lot of success with it as we launch this today at Electronica.
So, how you are approaching people, maybe the people in the LED industry or otherwise, how do you approaching them for the LED product?
Well, obviously with magazines like yourselves, to get the message out. We also have a seminar program that we run where we invite customers to come and listen to discussions of our technology. And we also have some an office here based in Bangalore, which is we advertise is available to help solve customer problems. So we'll be promoting that more in the future. We have 3 engineers based here in Bangalore to help sort out the applications for this product and how to use it. So that's another way that we find customers for the product.
Otherwise, why the people want to buy such chips? So
Typically, they have problems that they can't solve either themselves because they don't maybe have the knowledge of how to provide a discrete solution, or they'll have a problem with size or efficiency. So typically the VICOR solution is a very, very small solution. Typically we can save space for customers. So if they have a size problem within their equipment, we can help them reduce the size of the power supply. Similarly, if heat is a problem to them, which it often is if size is a problem, we can help save energy and reduce the amount of waste heat in the system. These are typically 97% efficient solutions, so there's very low wastage of heat associated with a solution like this. And so that's another reason why people may want to talk to us about how to solve a problem. They may have thermal problems with a discrete design that they've already developed themselves.
So this chip is a complete in itself, or is a part of a module, a bigger one?
It's about a 90% solution. So this is an example of an application that uses the chip, and you can see that there's an external inductor and a few external capacitors that you put around the chip, but there's no compensation required, there's no calculations involved, so it's really a very straightforward application of an input capacitor, an output capacitor and one inductor. So it's a very straightforward use of the product, and our applications team is on hand to help if there are any problems with the component selection, but we don't anticipate customers will have any problem following our guidelines and we have this evaluation board available which they can use to evaluate the product without even having to solder it into a printed circuit board. So this is an evaluation board that's readily available, so they can evaluate what the efficiency and what the input voltage range of the product is before they actually use one in earnest.
So just for our audience understanding, are you offering the chip or are you offering the complete module?
We offer the chip, which is about a 90% solution, and then we can supply these components if you want them, but it's probably as easy for you to provide these components yourselves. They're standard ceramic capacitors, and they would be integrated alongside the other electronics on your printed circuit board. So this usually would be integrated in with the application itself, and with the controller and the input and output equipment. So this would be integrated right into the main motherboard of the application.
And what about the know-how that you are providing to the people or the design engineers? So how to apply this one?
Well, we have a team of engineers here in India, some based in Delhi, some based in Bangalore. So, we have a data sheet here which is, I think, 21 pages of data about how to use the product. But sometimes it's easier just to pick up the phone and ask a question. So we have a team of engineers here that can troubleshoot and advise on component selection and ways of using the product in a particular application. So that's generally the way that people would like to go, I think.
So can you elaborate further on the sales support that you are providing?
Yes, we have an office here in Bangalore, which will help to solve customer problems. We also have a lot of software tools on our website, and those software tools allow automatic selection of product. So you could go in on our website and specify a voltage, an output voltage and an output current, and the power system designer will come back with a proposed circuit for that application, and this may well be the the solution that the power system designer will choose for your application. If it's a 48 to 24 volt application, for instance, this could well be the solution that the power system designer will kind of document for you.
So can you further tell us about other of your products which you have you are offering to Indian market?
Yes, we have we like to split the power chain into input and output related, so front end and point of load. So we have a range of point of load solutions, which you can see here. We have AC input front ends, we have DC input front ends, either narrow or wide input, providing isolation, to maybe a 48 or 24 volt internal bus. And then products like this would work off a 48 volt bus and buck boost the voltages from that to the specific voltages you need. So we have point of load chips that can come down to 1 volt or 12 volts or 24 volts running off this intermediate bus, and we also have buck boost solutions that can take that voltage and buck or boost them to other voltages that may not be available from these front end products. So it's a very flexible building topology, and one that you can build on very readily using our range of different products.
So this is the complete profile of VICOR here in India?
Yes, we offer the complete range from AC or DC source right down to the point of load. So it's a complete solution. It's a one-stop shop, if you like, for your power supply needs, whatever your load and whatever your output voltage.
So the chip you have launched here in India, so is a worldwide launch or is it specific to India only?
It's a worldwide launch, but India is actually the first place where we've launched it. So India has got the exclusive for the launch of this product today.
So since you are traveling world over, right? So what is the difference between the Indian market and the market you have visited, maybe in Africa, Europe, or Asia?
I think India is a very demanding market. It's a very engineering-led market, and engineers like to understand, every facet of the product before they use it. So we have a support center here to facilitate the solutions, and to explain why we do things the way we do them. The product fits in very well with the Indian market. It's a very sophisticated product, and can give engineers a real boost in terms of the technology and in terms of the size of their end solution. And Indian engineers are looking for smaller, more power efficient solutions, and that's certainly something that this product can provide.
So I think you have the presentation for this product as well. So you have the slides here. So can you make us understand what is it exactly?
Certainly. So this slide shows that this product is not just a chip. It's actually a silicon integrated package, and this gives you an idea of some of the components that we have inside. So we have the control chip integrated into this package. We have the inductors, but also the main switching FETs as well. So a large proportion of the solution is integrated into this solution, and the benefit of that is that there's no external compensation required. This actually is almost a total solution for the application. This introduces the part numbers that we have. So the part number we're launching today is the 3741, which is a buck boost. We have two variants of it. One which has a 24 volt output nominally, and one that has a 48 volt. And both work from a wide range input, either 24, 28 or 48, and provides up to 150 watts of output power. We have a companion product which is the 3749, which has a lower input voltage range and boosts up to 34 volts. So that's primarily the automotive and industrial markets, where you have a nominal 24 volt input. shows for the 3749, the efficiencies that we're seeing are very flat over a wide load range from 1 amp upwards. Typically 97% efficiency, which is a very good efficiency value for a product like this. And it also shows the external components that you require, maybe an input capacitor, an out capacitor, and a switching inductor. So very few external components to work with a product, and this shows a total solution on a printed circuit board. There are a lot of features with this product. It's got trimmability, it's got overload protection, you can parallel the units together, there's over temperature protection, there's a lot of features that I haven't discussed about the product, which may or may not be important, and that's something that the engineers can give you further advice, in your particular application. The companion product, the 3741, which we're launching today, also has very high efficiencies. Typically, again, 97% efficiency, and the same feature set as the previous product. And this can buck or boost the output voltage, depending on the application.
So, what are the pricing of this product? Can you disclose that as well?
Yeah, typically these products are selling in volume for $15 or less as a complete solution. So they're very cost effective, and they're very for a high technology solution in the very small size and the very high efficiency. I think you find that's a very good price.
So, what target do you have set for Indian market? So, do you have some target that you want to achieve this target in the revenue wise to sell this product?
We see this product being very successful in the automotive markets, in the LED markets, and yeah, we expect this to get into 6-digit numbers before too long. So typically in our business, it takes maybe 6-12 months to go through a design cycle. So we won't see the revenue for these products for another year, 12 months minimum. But yeah, this will be a significant revenue generator for the foreseeable future.
So, what is your sales or the marketing network here in India?
We have our own office here, sales office, with application support here in India. We have 10 employees based out of the Bangalore and Delhi offices. We'll be expanding that in the near future. And we also have a network of distributors, and we work with them to promote the product into key markets like the automotive, the communications, the ELE and the defense markets.
Can you name the distributors as well?
Yes, certainly. We have XL Point, who focuses on the industrial markets, and we have SM Creative, who's focused on the more on the defense markets, and then we have Future Electronics, who is a broad line distributor, and we also have DigiKey and Mouse supporting the lower volume applications for this product.
So you must be following the Indian policies, right, for electronics. So what is your take on Indian policies, and you must have seen the market evolving 2 years from now. So what is your take on that?
Well, we very much endorse the Make in India strategy. Our products typically are components that are used to provide total solutions, and we're very excited at the opportunity to help engineers design solutions from the components upwards. So we fully endorse the value being added in India, and we see it as a very budgeting market for our products, and we're very excited to be a part of the Make in India strategy. So it's an interesting strategy for us.
So can you want to address anything for your audience here in India?
Well, I'd strongly suggest people look at our website. We have a lot of software tools, not just our products on our website, but a lot of engineering tools to help guide you through what can be a very complicated decision. The make versus buy decision is always very complicated, and if you're not used to VICOR as a supplier, things like our Power System Designer can help you design a solution very quickly and bring you a successful solution very quickly to market. So we'd recommend use of our website, and please use our engineering resources. They're a free resource to you, and they're very pleased to answer questions by phone or face to face.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the very valuable information that you have extended to our readers.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. Enjoyed it.